Hello everyone, welcome back. Now, as I said in my previous video, I was going to test out doing, like, ramblings on news articles and stuff. Since, well, I don't have a whole lot to comment on the first Templar, and when there is, I'll stop and talk about it, obviously. Now, again, this isn't live commentary, it's after the play. After the full playthrough, so I'm aware of everything that's in the game. But anyway, let's move on. In no particular order, let's first start with Final Fantasy XIV news. Apparently, Square Enix will be introducing a legacy campaign, which will forever permanently discount your monthly fee if you qualify. It's apparently going to be a reward for loyal customers who stayed with 14 and didn't give up or abandon any of that. To my understanding, you have to subscribe for 90 straight days before the major patch, which will be also introducing the PS3 version of the game, and you will get Legacy, which means it'll be $9.99 for 30 days, with 8 kills max per world, and 40 kills total, which is, to have that under normal standards, stupid tree puzzle. Under normal standards is $14.99, and the minimal with 1 kill up to 8 kills total in different worlds, 1 kill per world, is $12.99. So you see, that's a pretty big discount with a lot of additional kills. So that's a very interesting campaign to throw out there. And considering I got my tax refund and I'm greatly interested in looking into a new PC, I may actually hop on to that bandwagon, since I've had immense plans of playing 14. It's just, I can't play it on the PC I have. It's not powerful enough, which sucks. They're also introducing the Welcome Back campaign, which is something that was from Final Fantasy XI. To my understanding, this is also the first time for 14, which will give you an initial free 10 days upon being taking account of that. The next article. Now, there's rumor Pikmin 2 will come to America. Now, Pikmin 2 did come out on the GameCube. However, it actually had a Wii make, similar to Pikmin 1, on the Nintendo Wii. Sadly, it did not come to America, though. Only Pikmin 1 did. And Pikmin 2 stayed in Europe and Japan. What's up with all these games in Europe lately? It's like Europe is like becoming a big gaming... You lucky bastards. It's like, we get ignored forever. Now we're finally getting shit. Who hides a freaking wall in a tree? Welcome to hell.
In the year of our Lord, 1099, we won a tough victory over the Fatimid forces. God help us understand what we are struggling with. Signed, Godfrey of Leon. We shall build a citadel here to keep the maps safe from falling into the wrong hands. My family shall guard this secret for eternity. Signed, Hugh de Belin. The madness are coming. Ascalon will fall. We must destroy what we value most. Our purpose all. Signed, Hugh de Belin.
My father. Hugh de Belin is my father.
Marie, you must tell me. Your father was here. He knew the secret.
I don't know anything about this. It all happened before I was even born.
We must go to Ibelin. Maybe we can find out what your father knew. The de Belin have managed to accomplish the impossible. Their estate was an oasis of civilization and life in the middle of the desert. I could only imagine how Marie felt, knowing she was the only survivor of the de Belin family.
Oh dear. The world is over and now we're invading another town.
So
well,
this is your birthplace. It's beautiful.
Never thought I would see it again.
The secret of the Grail was kept here all your life.
There were no secrets, only countless blissful hours. What was your childhood like? Well, I hope the Saracens are still around.
You hope.
This is still my home, and they are not welcome here.
To kill. So anyway, moving on. With the plot basically moving on to just fleeing the town and finding more about the Grail. Next story is about the Saint Seiyan's Sanctuary Battle, which is a Power Rangers anime show, basically where they use zodiac signs and stars and that. I remember seeing some of it when it was on Cartoon Network, but it's been so long. Apparently Bandai released a action game of it, and it came out in Europe, and apparently it's popped up on the ESRB's waiting board. So apparently it might be coming out in America. Now the thing is, though, there is a strange rumor.
This dry place.
It's our duty to help the people. Museums and museums. Everyone needs water.
Patches on the roof. For hiding places.
Cover your knees, they're aiming for them. Aim for the shins. But anyway, apparently there was a little interesting that it will have Portuguese voiceover. Portuguese voiceovers and no English voiceovers. No Japanese, no English, but Portuguese. I can't say that. It's like, but apparently there will be an American release though, so could be interesting.
That was close. Now what?
Another way in. Up on the rooftops. No,
Up.
That's a slave. Kill them.
We need to go to the library. We're not here to fight.
This is our way in.
You're not doing a good job stealthing in, if that's it. So Konami made a recent address to Silent Hill Downpour in the HD collection Bugs and Flame Rate. As anyone who's been a fan of Silent Hill should know, Silent Hill has been on a huge decline, and it sucks. The HD collection, which did not include 4, which is one of my favorites, 2 and 4 being my favorites, 4th being the third, and the third one actually being the 4th favorite out of the original 4 games. And I do appreciate 3 in many ways, but it lacked the one thing I really liked the most, and that was a really deep, complex story. That's probably more because Silent Hill 1 revealed a lot of this stuff, so it wasn't as mysterious as the other 3 games. But anyway.
It's a fight, you say?
Forget it. We do it your way.
Forget. Who cares of my ways? We'll just kill them all. We've been doing it up to this point anyway. What's it matter? So anyway, Konami says they'll be releasing a patch for both games very soon that will fix frame rate and audio problems. Additionally, the patch also works for Silent Hill Downpour.
I wish we could just kill them, but no, we're not allowed. Orders.
You'll lose your tongue if General Musawa hears your words.
Prisoners. We should save them.
Well, save them. Now, also, apparently Downpour also has autosave issues. No release date is provided quite yet, but they are coming soon in the weeks. Other news related to survival horror games: the original creator of Resident Evil, who is now running a studio called Tango Gameworks, which is owned by ZeniMax Media. Also owned by 2 prominent game developers, Besiege, The Elder Scrolls, and ID Soft. Oh, what interesting. The Cradles of Elder Scrolls and Doom. Last night, reports indicate that new survival horror name called codenamed Zoe. At least product codenamed Zoe, a survival horror game. It basically will.
I'm telling you, they'll sell us all into slavery.
Quiet. They're coming.
Milady, thanks be to our Maker. I told you the mistress will come for us.
I'm so glad to see you're alive. You must flee to escape slavery. Your fate is in your own hands.
One for it. And we don't get to see much of them again.
Where to now?
Over there, through the gardens.
Oh, I remember this part. Sucked. Anyway. Basically, the sum it all easy. He's committed to making a pure survival horror game to push the limits of feel.
You see the Saracens over by the fountain?
No, but we're gonna kill him anyway. Now, if you're not familiar with the original Cradle Resident Evil, he obviously made some of the original Resident Evils, but he also made Siren with Sony. So it's very interesting to hear him again in the survival horror market. Next up, Fire Emblem Awakening. Domain name heats up hopes for an American release. Apparently, Nintendo of Europe quickly confirmed Awakening is a brand new entry into the series. Meanwhile, Nintendo America hasn't said anything, but there perhaps could be a chance for E3 announcement, as a domain registration name for Nintendo America has popped up. And this could be good, because they always skipped up the last DS title, which is technically remake stuff, but they were things that never came out in America originally anyway, so it was really disappointing. So hopefully...
I don't know. I don't care. Though
Just...
I know what
Yeah, burn them. Burn them all to the ground. A lot of people are really excited for Awakening 2 because it introduces new elements to the Fire Emblem series, similar to newer RPGs introducing similar ideas, such as the August War, where you can have children carry on through generations of the game. This will be a concept that's in Awakening, so many people are really interested in the idea of more replayability and character customization, along with the normal Fire Emblem gameplay. And of course, we need more 3D titles, for goodness sakes. The damn 3DS doesn't have enough, and Nintendo themselves are pretty hesitant to put some on there too, with the Pokemon White and Black 2 thing being announced for the original. Now next, if I can get my page to load. Dang it. Come on. Here we go. Now, a small topic with the translator of Final Fantasy IV DS's remake and Final Fantasy XIII. Why were Eidolons brought back? Now, basically what the topic talks about, the interview talks about, is why was it all of a sudden changed from summons back to mystical beast-like names, you know, like Espers and such. And the Cradle, well, not the Cradle, the translator for Final Fantasy IV DS basically said that he really wanted to touch up on the script of the game for English audience. Apparently, when approached, Square Enix originally wanted to just take the...
You are not to laugh.
I hate those stupid tablets. Way too much story. But anyway, Square Enix originally wanted to take the GBA story and just touch it up a little and just wham into the cartridge. But apparently, the translator, however, asked if he could pretty much
Mother never lived to see this maze in the gardens finished. Sickness claimed her life. Father finished the maze.
You are not?
He inserted a lever here. It opens the main gate.
and they couldn't find it. It's like, search the maze! Its complexity is beyond us all! Search all the shrubberries! And if any knights come out saying they're shrubbery knights, kill them! And don't give them your shrubberies!
Here it is. This lever on the wall raises the brick to the mansion.
Oh, well, that's good security.
They've sounded the alarm.
We'll fight our way out.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, he wanted to completely redo the translation from scratch because he wanted to basically really make the translation so much better for an English audience. And Square Enix okayed it. And they ended up increasing the time for the release, so he gave him more time to basically do it, and just carried on into 13, also giving him a new name instead of generically just calling him Summons. So, there you go. PlayStation All-Stars Battle has brought up a lot of interesting topics lately since it was announced. Basically being a Sony Super Smash Bros., many people on a giant rant on what characters to appear in it. There were many rumors and many people debating and bothering Sony about characters to appear in the title. And I'm sure Sony is probably paying attention, because obviously being the first entry in this, which I'm sure they'll make more, they'll want to put as many fan favorites and a few niche characters in there to make everyone happy. But there could always be more Papple the Wapple, you know. No release date currently, but it's in development. In Sega news, Sega, the West president, to leave the company this summer. Now, according to GameStop Report, who has been, he's been with Sega since 2004. I don't really know much about the current Sega president.
All we have to do is reach the library.
Easier said than... We need a diversion.
Like what?
Well, you could always strip naked and just run out there. What?
This is an army in the making.
Yeah. So, Sega having the forecast of the company's ongoing financial year and cancellation of multiple projects.
Burn well.
Sega currently plans on focusing...
Get their attention.
Shut!
Good. They're coming.
Just burn them all and kill them all, man. Basically on strong brands of Sonic, Aliens, Football, and Total War. Many layoffs in US and European divisions. Poor Sega. Need to make more Jet Set Radio, damn it. In other news, Exceed is bringing another PSP Vita title to America, which is a real-time strategy music game. It will be set for release, and the game will ship with a set of songs players tap more available through download. Now, let's see, and they're looking for musicians to put in the game too. Now that could be an interesting opportunity for some people. Currently, there was no information about whether it will have a physical copy or a download. XE did make a strong stance that they are focusing a lot on DLC type. And why on the story of Exceed, there is disappointing, sad news, sadly, for a PSP title they had initially said they were going to release. Grand Knight's History canceled for North America.
This must be it. It starts as a Templar code, but I cannot fathom the rest.
Curses! We have it, yet we don't.
There is one person who knows all about codes. Brother Gerard. He is the Templar librarian in La Rochelle.
La Rochelle? That's on the other side of the world.
We will not be able to decipher the Templar code before we have as a pencil. Not in a lifetime.
If you say so. Kellyan.
Yes?
No. Don't say a word. Let's get out of here. Alive if we can.
And we make a long journey. But anyway, Grey Knight's history was cancelled for America, sadly. Exceed basically said the reasons... Oh. What a grand view.
You were right. The Saracens are amassing a new army.
I am afraid the situation is worse than you think. This army will head to Acre. The city is doomed. We have to cut the head off the snake, Marie. It is the only way.
You want to offer them a duel, right? You reckless, foolish Templar!
Cometh down and let me choppeth thee head off. No one faces the French Inquisition.
Knight of the Temple, challenge your general. I challenge you to a duel to the death.
No one faces the French Inquisition.
Master, this is the infidel who wrought havoc in our camp at Acre.
I challenge you to a duel to the death.
Let him come. I am ready. The Almighty will guide my swords to his heart. I am Muzaffar. Remember my name, for it is the name of the man who kills you.
And this is the duel system, which only happens one other time in the game if I remember quickly. Basically, as you can see, Aelin was incapable of doing anything but watching. So, it was a one-on-one. So, anyway, leaving the duel aspect going on,
You have some skill, Templar. I
Shut
will not hold back anymore.
you're just gonna die. Just shut up. Grey Knight's history has been cancelled. Exceed basically said they do not have a development team of programmers to put in the code. They always relied on the fellow company that made the game to put in their translation code into the game for them. And since the company is busy with Dragon's Crown, with now the new publisher of Atlas, they basically have no time to do such. So, they canceled the game for America. There were no plans and nobody has picked up the rights to the game. It sadly may just die in obscurity for
This
no
is
American
truly
release.
an honor, Templar. I can't let you win this fight, but you will die like a warrior.
Oh. In other news, Shifting Worlds 3DS release is apparently doing pretty well, since a lot of 3DS titles have not been selling too well. It's a very interesting perspective puzzle game, and it's kind of hard to describe, to be honest. I would definitely check it out. It's apparently doing pretty well. Moving on. I got too many pages open. Yeah, I love how I'm healing here, and he's like, yeah, I'll just, circle strafe around you, and you'll be fine. We'll get to that. Wait, why is my ass being handed to me? So in case you've been living under a rock, Dragon Quest Monsters 1 is been remade for the 3DS, and apparently Square Enix and Ronald McDonald are teaming up for a new kid-grabbing experience. If you visit a McDonald's in Japan with your copy of Terry's Wonderland 3D, you can pick up 2 monsters at McDonald's. You can pick up the legendary board that you used as a mount in Dragon Quest III as one of them. And the other one, it shows a purple. It's Shireen Purple. I don't recognize that one. Might be new, or just probably from one that I haven't really played yet. But anyway, while McDonald's offering Dragon Quest Monsters 1 and all, Ni-no-kun All-in-One Edition, which is the Wrath of the White Witch, which is the RPG that Level 5 and the Cradle of Castle in the Sky, Spirits Away, in that worked on, is getting basically a budget release, all the DLC on disc, a release in Japan. The game is still being planned for an American release, and there were comments before about possibly doing something that might include some of the DLC or something in the American version on launch, possibly. Though they didn't specifically say that, but they said they were doing something. And again, the circle strafes around me while I'm healing. Oh! Yeah, this guy hits you hard. Like stabbing you a lot, too. I'm really looking forward to Nikokin Wrath of the White Witch. And sadly, though, there was still never any news for the original DS title, which I plan on importing. Because, well, I was holding out that Sub-Buy would bring it to America, but no one did, which is really sad. Now, here's an interesting new Kickstarter game. There's been a lot of Kickstarter games. We've had Shadow One with Torns, the Banner Saga. We've had the dude who was behind Day of the Tentacle and such. Crap, name eludes me for a second. Trying to remember. The Duelist. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, I guess this earns us the right to pass freely.
Let us leave before the Saracens decide otherwise.
To La Rochelle.
To La Rochelle.
Aim for the shins!
We arrived in La Rochelle on Friday, the 13th of October. The city was home to many Templars, Brother Gerard being the most learned amongst them. If anyone could decipher the cryptic letter, it was this humble scholar. But something was amiss in La Rochelle. People were avoiding my gaze as if somehow frightened by my Templar armor.
Yeah, Templar being hung. It's good news for you. Oh wait, no, it's not good news. Run the hell away. Run for the hills.
We're in La Rochelle now. Where is this friend of yours, Brother Gerard?
He uses one of the Templar houses nearby. Wait. Something is wrong. All the Templar banners are missing.
La Rochelle belongs to the French crown. What Templar banners?
The Order has a strong presence in the city. Numerous Templars are stationed here. There used to be Templar banners everywhere. Now there are none. Listen, the city is too quiet. Strange.
We haven't seen a single Templar. Let's ask around. Someone will know.
It's a witch hunt. They're off to hunt witches. So a new Kickstarter, which ended now, and I didn't get to be a part of this one, but Republican, which is not spelled the way you would think it is, will be a stealth action survival game. And I would definitely check out the trailer for it. It's Republique. Go look it up. It was originally planned for a iPad But now they announced they're going to also release it on the PC with unique differences in the controls.